Welcome back, guys. Alright, 1158 is out right now, and there's a lot of interesting things that happen in this chapter. One prophecy of mine fulfilled, but the most interesting thing is what happened in between the pages. Something that was hinted to, but not as much. So if you guys haven't read the chapter yet, skip the video, read the chapter. If you guys want to come back for the discussion later, come back. It's great. But yeah, we're just gonna dive right into it. So we started the chapter with Roger kind of disappointed. Uh, Probably because Rayleigh and Roger had a discussion and Rayleigh told that he likes Shaki or Shaki likes him, and Roger really doesn't want to go after the girl who the first. Well, technically no. Roger does want to go because he literally says, "I'm not giving up" at the end. So he basically is trying to win Shaki over even from Rayleigh, but uh, we kind of know that their thing in the end. So yeah, it's interesting. Nothing too big over there. Basically they head off to Rock's Island for this. But the most interesting part that happened in this chapter is the section that comes right after this, where Garling basically goes and tells the elders that they basically found something that they found a new type of race that could be helpful to them. Now, this is interesting because they don't specify anything, and this brings up new questions regarding God value. Saying primarily because we've noticed that certain races have these abilities. Now, a race like the Buccaneers was not something that um like the elders really considered for too long. Same with the Lunarians, they had a while that they considered them, but then even then, like they kind of gave up on them. But this is a race that Garling particularly says holds good interest with Emu himself. So I am interested in seeing what this race is. I know it's gonna probably the next or the next chapter we're gonna see what this race is, and hopefully we can come to some understanding regarding them. This is gonna be a big revelation, maybe, or maybe not yet, but eventually maybe. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this. So we kind of have God Valley set up in this panel as well. Basically he says that the next hunt that these guys go on, the Celestial Dragon main families go on, is gonna have he wants it to hold on God Valley, probably as a way to eradicate either eradicate or subjugate the race that Garling came across. So yeah, that is an interesting thing. I'm kind of excited about that, but I don't know where we're going regarding that. It is it is an interesting. I have so many. I've been racking my brain thinking about this, and I literally cannot come up with anything else. It could be the Buccaneers, but there was only two, right? There was only like, as far as I remember, it was Kuma and his dad. Maybe the Lunarians. Maybe there's a chance. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe Kaido's race. It could be just the ogres, Onis. It's very hard to pinpoint which race they're going after. Maybe it's an established race as well. Because we don't know when King was taken or when Kaido was taken. We kind of have a general timeline, but we don't have. No, but that's not true, right? Because Kaido was part of the Whitebeard ship, like with rocks. So doesn't really make sense that I think King. I haven't seen King on Zebek ship, so it could be the Lunarians. Honestly, it really could be the Lunarians. But okay, the timeline doesn't work because we know that Kaido's kingdom sold Kaido off to this one, and that's to the world government, and that's where he freed King and escaped together. So King should technically be part of Zebek's crew at this moment. Uh, Not 100% sure, or maybe not. Was it? I okay. Correct me in the comments. Wasn't it when Kaido escaped the world government facility? That's when he picked up King, or was it a separate incident where he picked up King? Because it could be a separate time when he picked up King. That could be that the Lunarians are there over here, but it's a I don't know. I honestly do not know about this. And if you guys have any theories, I'll be glad to hear them in the comments. I've been racking my brains. I cannot think about it. It could be a brand new species that we don't know, or a brand new race that we don't know. Um, so that's another thing. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm looking forward to seeing what this race is going to be, and yeah, hopefully it's something interesting. Obviously it is going to be, but still. All right. With that being done, we can come back to Pirate Island. Now, in Pirate Island, I'm telling you, there's something about this island. Okay, it's not just Roxas Bays. There is something about this island. There's no reason why. There is a reason why Peach would go back to Pirate Island, but I just have a feeling that Pirate Island has a thing to it. I don't know what it is, but there is a thing to it. Right. In Pirate Island, we see that Shaki's bar is running crazy. Obviously, everyone from around the world is coming to see her, um, and get ripped off by her. See them very. We see like a huge line outside of her bar, as well as like people happily getting ripped off by her. Dude, like I get it, like it's to play into that trope, but come on, man, guys. There's so many other girls out there. Why after one? Anyway, that's fair. Fair. You know what? Play into the trope. I have no issues with that. It's just all fun in games anyway. We see some good interaction with the pirates where they're like literally congratulating her for the poor service or praising her for the poor service. It's crazy. And we see Roger make landfall into Shaki's bar. Um, and this is where I love the interaction. Like I told you guys, okay? Roger is not the kind of person who would pick a fight with Zebek at he just isn't. And you see that kind of Zebek at his current form, right? Like the one we're seeing so far. He is not the kind of person who would pick a fight with Zebek because Zebek's ideals very closely match Rogers at this point. This form of Zebek is not the Zebek that will be facing off against Roger at God Valley. 100%. Like, there's no way. We see some good comrade, like friendly rivalry between Roger and Zebek. We also see that Roger still cares about Whitebeard at this point, so that's amazing to see. And basically, there's a small interaction within Roger and Shaki. Shaki's like, Roger wants to get served by her, but then Shaki's like, is really here or not? Confirming sort of that they kind of have a mutual agreement because Ray really didn't show up. So it's very possible that Rayleigh also has feelings for her and just did not need. He's trying to hide away from them. Um, so yeah, we kind of see that interaction. We see Gloriosa clinging to Roger, which is interesting. Okay, I'm not saying that Gloriosa could be Luffy's mom. It's probably not, right? It's like that's very little. But the images that we have seen of Luffy's mom, like maybe fan drawings or like shaded um character that we've seen, uh I mean it could be Gloriosa, but also Oda really has a weird thing about drawing women. They're very similar looking all the time. This is a very common critique of Oda. So maybe it's not. It's probably on the girl, but it kind of looks like Gloriosa. Um, okay. So we see all this. We also see that Zebek has found someone else, mom of Teach, I'm guessing. Um, and no, dude, the guys. This is what I'm saying. I don't want to lose this Zebek because I know how bitter a friendship can end, and this Zebek is great. I just don't want him to go down that path, you know. But probably is going to. That's just the way this is gonna work. Um, so we see Zebek is also in a relationship. Probably has on probably getting to teach. I guess I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, basically it's a pretty fun thing. This also reminds me of why Whitebeard would have Teach on his crew because if Whitebeard remembers Zebek the way he is right now, there is no, I would no doubt want to have Teach on my crew just because of um of the kind of person I knew Zebek to be. All right, that's primarily it. He might have lost his way at the end, but I would have still wanted Teach to be part of my crew just because of what Zebek held. And I can see why he can pull so many big timers as part of his crew, even if they're kind of like loosely tied together. And see why he pulls so many of them. So yeah, that's interesting. But then we come to the main event, right? Basically what I predicted, Harold being pressured by the world government to hunt down this one, um Zebek. Uh he kind of just he bends the knee to the world government, and Zebek is thoroughly disappointed by this. Because Zebek did not, like, he would have fought the world for Harold, right? And the fact that Harold would not do the same for him. Honestly, Harold was already conflicted. He already told Zebek 100 times that, hey, I need to put my country first, and that's why I'm not going to be joining you. I can't be affiliated with you. And I can see Harold was very clear in his decision, but Zebek was also in the mind space that he's still my friend. And to see your friend betray you like that, or like some level of trust in you like that, is kind of hard. It's very hard. He unfortunately for Zebek, Harold didn't go behind his back. I think at least the way it showed in the panels, it's not like he went behind his back. He outright came out and said, "Hey, man, like this is what the ultimatum they've given us. I have to do this, so I'm doing it." It's a bitter one, but it would have been so much. It's a much better situation than having a knife in your back, you know. And thankfully, Zebek was spared the pain of having a knife in his back. Because Harold literally came at him directly. Um. So yeah. And as predicted, I really didn't want to see this happen, but it did. I expected it. It was like 80, no, 90, 10% that it would happen. And I was just holding out hope for the 10% that it didn't. But Zebek has to kind of like fall into that zone where Roger kind of finds Zebek to be a threat to be able to face off in God Valley. Basically, history's already written. We're just seeing it now. That's basically it. So yeah, I am interested in seeing this so far, but we also see we don't end in this kind. Okay, so let's just talk about the battle between Zebek and Harold. It was said that there was no definite conclusion, but Zebek also got away, and Harold I guess didn't fulfill his thing, so it's probably he's not going to be put into the world government. His country's not going to be joining the world government because he couldn't get it done. But it was also said that there was no clear winner, so that's also an interesting thing. We'll probably see more of this in the later, but Zebek basically ends the friendship. However, we are not left with that sad panel as the final thing. We are left with a panel of Loki waiting for Zebek to come back, but Ida telling him that hey, he's not coming back. It's done. Like Ida knows it's final. Like it's not gonna happen anymore. Um, and then offering Loki cookies. To which Loki tells her to shut up about the Zebek part, but then mumbles okay to Ida about the cookies. Was it cookies? I'm not sure. Cookies. It's juice, right? My bad. So he gives them some juice, and to that Loki's okay, which just shows that Loki is starting to care a little bit about Ida. I am so glad Ida turned out to be the kind of person she is, because Loki really needed the mother figure in his life, and I am so glad Ida could be there for her, for him. Um, but I want to see what now. I want to see what happened with Loki and Hyruddin. That Hyruddin hates him so much. Like I get it. All right, it's probably um something really bad that happened, and the blame had to fall on Loki for some reason. It's probably Loki. I'm not saying that he did not kill his father. I'm pretty sure he killed Harold, but it's because Harold's fixation on the world government might have driven him to do something really, really stupid. And given that I've not seen Ida in, at least I don't think I've seen Ida in Elbaf in the current timeline. I hope it's not something to do with Ida, because that would hurt. I hope it's not. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens from here on. And looking for the next chapters. And unfortunately, next week is not a break week, so we're gonna get another chapter next week. Um, but yeah, that's about it. Let me know about any comments down below regarding the chapter right now, cause this is a lot of things going on, and a lot of speculation can be done at this stage. But yeah, that's about it. If you guys liked it, consider leaving a like down below and subscribing to the channel. I've been Korigami. I'll see you guys in the next one.